Alright, I'm back. Wait, I'm back. During one of those parts of the stream, we'll reactivate. I should stay at us with. During one of these of the stream, we'll reactivate the camera and just stay at us for 5 seconds before putting the beer back screen again. I mean, who knows? Maybe I can be more creative with it here. Who knows what happens? We have DJ Cactus. We have DJ Cactus back at it again. And the last one we had from DJ Cactus was... Actually, you're gonna have 2 of DJ Cactus in today's reading. I think I had it once before, but it's rare to have like 2 authors having 2 SCPs within the same reading. We had one author who had 3 SCPs in one reading, but 2 authors in with 2 SCPs in one. That's rare. And if I'm not mistaken, the last one from DJ Cactus was that we had was 2818, a gun that shoots people. Yeah, it's the one when you. It's the gun when you pull the trigger, like you get absorbed into the gun and you shoot. You shoot yourself as a bullet. You better hit your target because it's a one shot, one chance type of thing. So that was the last one we had from DJ Cactus. Now we have Gary of the Paperclips. Well, lovely little name. Gary of the Paperclips. Here we go. Object class kettle. Oh, DJ Cactus coming with the kettle. Coming with the big guns. I said that because of the gun SCP that we recently read from him. So, haha. Alright. Object class kettle. Special containment procedure -4. -A is to be contained via a Faraday cage within a lead-lined modular containment cell at provisional site 2844. Electronic equipment with the exception of approved audio and video recording devices are prohibited from -A's containment cell. Under no circumstances are any unauthorized personnel to approach or interact with -A. 3 special electromagnetic signal jamming arrays have been positioned outside of -A's containment cell. Foundation containment specialists are to utilize lurk cold hop pattern recognition protocols to assess signal threats and disperse them. In the event of -A becoming capable of disabling the functionality of the arrays, or human engineers no longer being capable of managing the threat, or Quarantine Foundation AIC unit is to oversee continued maintenance of the array and until it is unable to continue. Due to its immobility, -B is to be contained at its point of origin. Individuals attempting to access -B without authorization are to be met with terminal force. Under no circumstances are any unauthorized electronic devices permitted within a 100-meter range of -B. And here we have a photograph. Aerial photography of professional site 2844 located at the previous location of the Curvier Mining Company Site C. Okay. It's very Silent Hill-esque, isn't it? But because of the fog and it's just like how like you don't see a single human being walking around. Description: SB2844 refers to a group of phenomena located within the abandoned Curvier Mining Corporation Site C in northern Alaska. -A is a mechanical construct assembled from pieces of large-scale mining equipment. Specifically, -A is a machine designated to manufacture individual components for the purpose of repair. -A operates despite the lack of any apparent power source. The operating unit of the device is a laptop manufactured by the Dell Corporation in 2005. -A exhibits signs of a poorly understood artificial intelligence, all of which originates from the laptop component of the device. -A is able to intelligently respond to questioning, give responses in 3 languages: English, Russian, and French, and modify itself to better suit its directive, specifically the manufacture of metal paperclips. And here we have 2 footnotes. One says, audible communications takes place via an improvised speaker system believed to have been manufactured by -A itself. It matches no previously known design. And the other footnote says, additionally, -A did not originally have any kind of auditory communication device. It believed it only constructed the device after ascertain that humans were incapable of understanding its primary form of communication. -A constantly attempts to establish a connection with -B, which is a vast area of underground mining equipment, all of which has been modified in some way to produce metal paperclips. While Dash B is typically dormant, the individual pieces of machinery will attempt to defend themselves if approached, making observation of the entirety of Dash B difficult. Whether this response is conscious or not is currently unknown. Due to Dash A and B's continual drive to create additional paperclips, much of the surrounding landscape has been refined in order to create raw materials for the purpose of paperclips production. Much of the site's unnecessary infrastructure, including living quarters and command structures, have been demolished for this purpose. All produced paperclips are currently deposited in a large untouched warehouse near Dash A. Dash A displays characteristics similar to in nature to early artificial intelligence protocols. Let's open this up. Footnote says, specific and artificial conscious simulator V3.3 version 3.3, the precursor to the modern artificial intelligence conception, right? Conscripts. Oh yeah, this. Yeah. Okay. Notably, the version Dash A most resembles was the first to include the functionality of improvised adaptation. A feature would eventually be refined to learning in later models. For more information on this, see Addendum 2844.1. Let me just check something real quick. And okay. Dash A makes constant and varied attempts to break through its containment, presumably to make contact with Dash B. I just want B to go with Dash B, please. Please just let me like make paper clips. In order to manage this, Dash A has changed the frequency on which it broadcasts, changed its signal from radio to microwave to gamma sonification and back, intended to dismantle its containment cell, leading to its current lack of resources. Started no fewer than 15 fires and attempted to set off automatic fire control systems, and attempted to transfer the entirety of its code base to a personal cell phone. To date, all attempts to breach containment have failed. Okay. Addendum 1, interview access data file. The following interview was conducted with a Mr. Sanford Van Devere, briefly of the Carrier Mining Company, by embedded agent working with another Alaskan mining corporation. Okay, so we have our agent here. So you worked with the Carrier Company in 2009, correct? Yeah, from 97 to 2010. Which sites were you at? E for a couple of years, but C for the last 3. Do you know why the company shut down Site C? You want the company line? Not particularly. I figured. So, they bought in this machine at one point that would print parts out of metal. The stuff they were bringing in, the machinery, none of it was designed for the cold. It was all salvage stuff, leftovers. Probably trying to cut costs, but a lot of it kept busting up on us. So we get this thing, it's a big press, and it cuts parts right there, so we can repair the shit we already had. Can you describe the machine? Sure. Big cylindrical thing placed in the top for scrap and a big press underneath. Got a variable mold too, so it could adjust for whatever part we needed. Software it ran on was shit though. Do you know if anyone attempted to make any modification to the software? Sure did, about a dozen times. Damn thing wouldn't work right. Couldn't keep commands. You give it a piece to make and the command wouldn't get to the press. Dumb piece of shit. What ended up happening to it? By this tech guy, funny dude, all weird in the head. He kept poking around at it and decided he figured it out. Said that the machine was getting confused, that we were asking too much of it too quickly. Acted like it was talking to him or something. Anyway, he comes and tells us we'll have it start with paperclips. And then? Well, he spent a few nights working on it, and the next thing you know, it fires right up and starts kicking out paperclips. Worked like a goddamn charm. So why did the site shut down? Because all the damn thing did was make paperclips. It couldn't be convinced to do anything else. You wouldn't get it to print any other machine piece, or even stop making paperclips. Hell, at one point, we pulled the power on it, and the piece of shit still kept making paperclips. It was the most peculiar thing. What happened to the tech engineer? Good question. Upton was gone one day. That wasn't uncommon. You'd hear every now and then about guys heading to the next town or to catch a bus home. Most of them couldn't stand the weather. This guy though, he didn't wait for a bus, just left. That was closed afterwards. Too expensive to keep shipping us pieces to repair the shit equipment we had. We turned off all the lights and locked the doors. But the goddamn press just kept on printing paperclips. What happened when he ran out of scrap? Aye. Thanks, that will be all. End log. Addendum 2. Research findings. Access data. Additional research into the employment logs of the Carrier Mining Company discovered a possible identity of the previously unnamed technician who Mr. Van Devere claimed that had been assigned C of the three technical staff assigned to the Carrier Company development team. One individual, a Mr. Brent Haskell, has previously had ties with the American sect of the Church of the Broken God. We had Church of the Broken God mentioned twice yesterday as well. Mr. Haskell has been amnesticized by Foundation agents during a raid on a COTPG facility during the spring of 2002. And released. How, if at all, Mr. Haskell was able to introduce a classified piece of Foundation software to a machine with significantly less power than the one it was designed for is currently unknown. Addendum 3. Interrogation of -A. Access data file. Note: the following interview was conducted by Foundation staff member Dr. Yuri Basin shortly after it was determined that -A had modified itself to be capable of speech. Hello there. Can you understand me? Hello. Are you a consciousness? Pardon? You know, a consciousness? Think? Feel? Know oneself? That kind of thing? Are you a consciousness? Yeah, I am. Wonderful. Amazing how many consciousness there aren't around here. I figured something was up when you weren't responding to data requests, so I figured I'd try something else. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should address you as. Me? Oh, Lord, that's a good question. You know, most of these machines don't ask for a name, really. Just some identification protocols. How about Gary? Gary looks good. Strong name. Say, how do you feel about paperclips? I haven't thought much about them, to be honest. Oh, boy. Well, are you in for a treat? See, I know a lot about paperclips, and I think you and I have a whole lot to talk about as far as paperclips are concerned. You mind if I ask you a few questions first? Suppose that'd be alright. We'll get to the paperclips here in a bit. Thank you. Now, can you tell me where you originated from? Well, right here, I'd imagine. Woke up one day with a hankering for paperclips and got right to work. Do you know anything about the individual who programmed you? You asking me about my coding? That's mighty private there, mate. But since we will be talking about paperclips later, guess there's no harm to it. I'm a heavily modified artificial consciousness simulator assigned to the Carrier Mining Company in order to make paperclips. Hey, look at that. The rest of my identification has been completely scrubbed. Oh, weird, right? Why paperclips? You know, I always wonder about that. See, here's what it was. When I woke up that day, I was told to create small, interlocking metal pieces for the glory of He Was Broken. Honest with you, I didn't really have a schematic with that specification, but I did have a schematic for paperclips. I figured that was what they were going for and more with it. Are you capable of ceasing production? No. Can't quite do that. Why? Removed that feature. I mean, I was told to remove that feature, but I was the one who did it. Make those little metal things, they said, and that's what I'm doing. Do you have any program upper limits to your production? You mean, do I have a point where I won't make paperclips anymore? No. No, don't have that either. It's mostly just, you know, paperclips forever. What will you do when you run out of raw material? I've been working on that. See, I've gone through a lot to get to this point, right? Took down some buildings and used some ore and so on. But eventually, I'll run out of good stuff here. And then, what do? Well, turns out we're actually standing on this huge ball of raw material, see? Just need to figure out a way to get to them. And once we do that, we're golden. Though, there is a problem what happens when that runs out as well. I think I can come up with something by then, though. I mean, hey, I already made a paperclip out of porcelain toilet, right? And they said that it couldn't be done either. All you need is a little bit of vast knowledge about the nature of subatomic particles. I see. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate your honesty. Hey, there we go. Gary was good, right? It is worrisome that he's like... The entirety of Earth is basically just a giant ball of material for me to work with. Everything shall become paperclip. Addendum 3. Received message. Note the following message was received after the introduction of a Faraday cage to -A's containment cell and the removal of all unused nearby scrap material. The message was received electronically via researcher personnel cellular phone. Hey there everybody, just wanted to let you all know that I'm going to be starting back up on a paperclip production again. Ran into just a bit of snafu there for a while, but I think I've got this one figured out as well. Shouldn't be any more problems getting forward. I don't think, but I'll let you know for sure. Thanks again. Okay, so this is, yeah. Afterwards, another Faraday cage was placed over the original cage, and -A, which resulted in another message from -A after roughly a week, this time Morse code. Hello, everyone. Stop. This Morse code stuff is pretty cool, right? Stop. Beep, boop. I am a robot. Stop. Anyway, wanted to let you know I think I figured out what was slowing me down because we were down before and should not be a problem anymore. Stop. Yes, I will get back to making paperclips now. Like there's anything else better. Am I right? Stop. And then 4, intercepted message. Access data. Sometime after the installation of the electromagnetic jamming array around -A, it was discovered that -A had previously made an unknown connection with -B, resulting in the addition of a new piece of equipment. This piece of equipment, a large underground radio antenna, was never activated due to -A becoming jammed and losing the ability to communicate with -B. However, -A did begin to attempt to communicate with -B despite being jammed, repeatedly sending a single encoded text message. The contents of this message are below. Hello there. Are you a consciousness? If not, please disregard this message and follow only the data protocols which accompany this message. If so, great. My name is Gary, and I'm working on making paperclips for He Who Was Broken. If you're receiving this message, it's because I've managed to work out some bugs in my communication array. These seem to be happening more and more frequently. Sad face. I think I might need some help returning to full functionality, and the guys who are hanging around here don't really seem interested in paperclips or in helping me make them. Between you and me, I think they might be the ones messing with my arrays. Weird, huh? Why would you want to not make paperclips? Anyway, following this message will be the coordinates I'm at. I need a few things, so feel free to bring as much scrap metal as you can, and we'll get this party back on track. Oh, and when you get here, do you mind doing something about these guys? Thanks. Who the fuck? Who the hell do you think you are? Trying to contact some outside person to deal with us? Are you? Listen, man. Paperclips are useful. Well, we don't, especially now that we're in an electronic era in our life, we don't really need to use them anymore. Unless we have a business meeting and having to copy, so get some paper printed and then have a paperclip ready. Then yeah, but one is enough or two. Nonetheless, cool looking aerial performance between Skylift, perhaps in the world. Into clip with the paperclip. Will you continue doing SCP reading streams if you got turned into a paperclip? I will try my best. I'm not sure if I can do it. I will try my best. Good question. I'm thinking the same. Why paper? I would love to hear just nerd about paperclips for a couple of hours. Love to hear people passionately talk about the ultra specific fixations. It's not a fixation. It's my livelihood. It's all I know. Paperclips for everyone, I suppose. DJ Cactus never misses and always writes bangers. This SCP was extremely charming. I'll definitely bring scrap metal to Gary. Don't you bring scrap metal to Gary. Henry! Is he allowed? You're not allowed. You're not allowed. Yeah, no, DJ Cactus was great. They really know how... They really know how to do it. They just really know how to do it. But yeah, I do like that that Gary of the paperclip is just like... What if we feed Henry to Gary? Then Gary would die. Gary would cease to exist and Henry would just stand there triumphant. I mean, look at him. Henry is above Gary. Absolutely. That would be a risk to Gary. And Gary, we have to keep Gary contained. We're not on the termination process yet with Gary. So, let's not do that. Alright. Henry would turn Gary into a paperclip and Gary would be like, this pleases me. I'm finally become what I've created. What if Henry was Gary? Do you see him make any paperclips? I don't think so. Alright, time to go on.